All right, that was Dr. Shogo on today's pep talk. Nothing moves if you don't move. I got that. Lara,
yes, please.
Nothing moves until you move.
So you have to be a moving train.
All of us, not me.
Okay, we have to be a moving train.
We all have to be a moving train.
Sure.
But of course, how do you move like a train in this your high heel shoe?
Yeah, that's why I'm a lady, and that's why I'm delectable.
Okay.
I move delectably, you know.
Even upstairs, jumping when I'm moving upstairs.
I move delectably.
Okay, let's move on now. We'll look at the papers this morning. We have 5 papers that are on our desk this morning. I will start with the Punch. Now, the Punch says, Lakurawa, Nigeria neighbors begin offensive against new terror group. DHQ vows to block security gaps as Nigeria, Chad, Niger hold joint military operations. Okay, I don't know, we're talking about Boko Haram. Now, Boko Haram seems to have gone into hiding. Now it's this one, Lakurawa. But it's good that these countries are pooling resources. Nigeria, Chad, Niger, having joint military operations to face this new menace. Okay, tax reform. Akume plays down northern opposition as Senate meets AGF. That's also here. Now, this is what we're talking about. Trump plans mass deportations and to birthright citizenship. Now, this is something that's really warning Nigerians, about this man. Every time I see the picture of Trump, it looks very mean to me, like somebody who truly means what he says.
Yeah,
now
he's a very blunt man.
Very blunt man. Now he's saying that
he doesn't sugarcoat things.
Yeah, he's planning mass deportations of Nigeria, of foreigners.
I'm not surprised. The last time he placed a ban on Nigerians, not necessarily from getting into the U.S., but from getting a citizenship, a U.S. citizenship. So now I'm not surprised. It's one of the reasons some Nigerians or some people didn't want him to come back into the White House.
Now he has come back to the White House.
Now he's back.
All right, Tinubu orders congratulate on Mahama as opposition clinches Ghana presidency. That's also here. And Syrian rebels oust Assad and 60-year family rule. That's also here on the front page of The Punch this Monday. Okay, Laura.
Okay, then I have the Guardian newspaper, but before I take it, could you please have the phone number on the screen so that our viewer can call in to contribute on a particular headline that catches their interest. And on the Guardian newspaper for this morning, the front page, state eye 180% hike in VAT earnings amid push for fiscal federalism. And there's this particular one that caught my attention. You failed workers, labor group flays NLC TUC. Ghana's electoral process inspired by Nigeria, says INEC. I'm sure the Ghanaians will have something different to say. Minister operators, FCCPC, bicker over FRA pricing regulatory right. And then measure tax bills impact on human rights. Syrup tells NAS. Funding weak political will bedeviling university system. And NCDC tells health facilities to intensify checks for SARS-CoV-2 variant. That's it on the front page of the Guardian newspaper for today.
All right, from Guardian, we look at The Nation now. The Nation says on its front page, Bagudu Aliyu, why tax reform is transformative. That's on the front of The Nation, and the story also has 2 riders. It's pro-poor. Akume explains, no provision for tax consultants, says Uyedele. Forex inflows hit $4.05 billion. That's also here. Geregu Power emerges most compliant listed company for 2023. That's also on the front page of The Nation this morning. Just below the masthead of the paper, Tinubu hails Mahama on return to power in Ghana. Senator Jinwa Ibrahim, $100 billion in failed projects offer development opportunities. and so many more you can actually find on the front page of The Nation this Monday.
Moving on to Vanguard newspaper, how non-appointment of ambassadors is hurting Nigerians, and this is coming from Envoys. The sacking of al-Assad in Syria, and also this one concerning tax reform bills. Senate committee meets with AGF tomorrow, sits today. Multiple taxes, ROW issues, vandalism, stiffing telecom sector. And this is coming from ATCON. Okay, we have a call. Good morning.
Good morning, ma. Good morning, sir.
Elder David. Good morning, sir.
Yes, Omalimoto, thank you. Congratulations to Bahama.
Yeah.
And congratulations to Ghanaian. They could better have accepted defeat and congratulated. That's what exactly what we are saying in Nigeria. Even in America, the best democracy. The Democrats congratulate the man they call Republican man who is there. In Nigeria here, a man who took thought that did not have even 20 senators. He said he won the election. The other man who failed is the same thing. I want to ask, Bahama, does it come from any party? In Nigeria here, I think who crossed from PDP, AD, AC, then now to PDP, then now back again to APC, now back to this. The man who took the who said won the election, yes, he started with PDP. After Abeokuta make him to be what he is, he now goes to PDP, he goes to Labour. Nigerians will believe what is happening there. I will thank God for them. They should try to accept the truth. This is the problem we have in this country, where people will be talking of this one will win, this one will not win. It's not a religion matter. God will bless Nigeria. God will bless this government. God will bless these people that are coming. 2050, I know what I'm saying. I don't want to go back to record. I think what you have people will be blessed in 2031. Nobody. You know, I'm not praying for them. I'm involved. I know what I'm talking about. Whenever I'm talking, let me talk. I was infinity. I don't want to go back to history.
Okay, David. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your contributions.
All right, okay, you were still...
Yes, I was still taking the Vanguard newspaper. Fair Ike, Kiamo FCCPC at war over airpeace. And that EFCC intensifies investigation of NFF. And that's it on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper for this morning.
All right, from Vanguard, we look at Tribune now. Tribune also on its front page has a political story. PDP chair, pro-Damagun forces plan takeover of BOT. Other stakeholders mount pressure on David Mark to take over in February. And so many other riders there on the back page, on the front page of Tribune this morning. Okay, at University of Oxford Management Conference, $100 billion in failed projects, mega projects in Nigeria presents development opportunities. Jimo Ibrahim says, tax reform bills have no provisions for consultants on tax collection. That's Oyedele. And we also look at the back page of the paper, back page of Tribune this morning. That has got some stories. Egwavon can't hold two positions at the same time. That's coming from Samson Siasia. Siasia says Egwavon is currently the technical director of the NFF, and so it can be another call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. You're fine. How's Abuja this morning, Mr. Kunle?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Okay.
I'm happy that the people said Tinubu should come back. But if you really look at it, does he want it to come back? What is wrong in the country now that you will be happy to jubilate about? If somebody from, is it not our district culture in the political era, that we move from PDP to APC, from APC to Labour and so on? It is now that we need the real change. It is now that we need the real change. The country is not lasting. Like what you said earlier on, in Africa we have all the resources and everything, but in Nigeria, what has happened to our leaders? Did they do exactly what Nigerians are doing? They did a lot of promises without implementation. So I don't see anything good if Ashwani should come back at all. That's my comment.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Kule. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for calling.
That's in his own opinion.
Exactly, that is Mr.
But that's
just like we had Elder David's opinion.
Yeah, which says, confident that Tinubu will rule till 2030. When?
2031, I think.
2031.
Yes.
Okay, but then the two positions are in the hands of Nigerians to decide. In 2027.
Yes.
Okay, I was on the back page of Tribune and I was talking about this headline credited to former Super Eagles manager Samson Siasia saying Eguavoen cannot hold two positions at the same time. Okay, Desert shines in Rangers win. West Ham's Antonio undergoes surgery after horror crash, and we have some results of MPFA matches and EPL matches here. Plateau United beat Atlanta 3-2, Abia Warriors 2, Niger Tornadoes 1, Enugu Rangers 1, Rivers United 0, Bayelsa United 1, Ikorodu City 0, Kano Pillars beat Katsina United 1-0, Remo Stars also beat El Kanemi Warriors. And in England, it was bad night for Arsenal. I know a lot of Arsenal fans are in-house and they don't like this. Arsenal drew 1-0 with Fulham.
And do you have to rub it in?
To rub what in?
Do you have to rub that in?
No be joke. But again, that's the way it is. I saw a lot of people celebrate, jubilate yesterday, also on Saturday, when Man U lost at home to Nottingham Forest. And so I was actually asking, those who are jubilating, are they fans of Nottingham Forest?
No, they are not.
They are fans of Chelsea or Arsenal. And I think that's just the exciting thing about EPL. It's really come to stay in Nigeria, particularly. And I just pray that someday we'll begin to also have such feeling, around our own local league. So many years back, we had that kind of rivalry. So many years in the days of Shooting Stars of Ibadan, Rangers, Leventis United, but all that is gone now.
What happened?
Well,
wait till sport chat.
Okay, maybe we can talk about that during sports chat. Okay, I think we could still take more calls before we have sports chat this morning.
Then enlighten me. What happened?
Where?
What happened to those local leagues?
Well, it's just. We began to have that downturn, when late Chief M.K. Abiola, pulled his team out of the league, Abiola Babes. Leventis United also, disbanded its team, they withdrew. It was only Iwanyan National, who later became Heartland of Owerri, that actually stood. And since then, because the coming of those privately owned club sides.
Exactly what I was about to say. So you're trying to say that the stronghold, the backbone there was majorly private owners.
Private management. They were the ones that actually came to challenge the order. The order was in the hands of IS Shooting Stars of Ibadan and Rangers International of Enugu. So when Abiola Babes came, Leventis came, all of them came to challenge the old order, and it became very interesting. But later they disbanded the teams, and so things actually started going down. But again, you can't take it away from the economy. We had a lot of banks that had football teams then in the years past.
Oh, wow.
There was First Bank, there was ACB, there was NMB, New Nigerian Bank. NMB was a terror, Leventis and Shooting Stars. We had stationery stores of Lagos. They were Lagos. They used to call them Populuwe. They used to go and recruit players under the bridge in Ajibole in Lagos.
That must have been something.
Exactly. We had so many clubs had Flash Flamingos and all of that. And so, but then there was no TV.
Okay.
There was no TV. You know, we're only able to. I mean, when we were growing up, we saw English league maybe on Saturday mornings, a few games and all that. But since the coming of TV, technology, and all of that, people's attention were diverted.
But there could have been a way to measure up.
No, but of course too, our reliance on foreign-based professionals too, because then we had a lot of Super Eagles players in the local league.
Oh wow!
You know, so anytime we went to the stadium to watch,
you get to see them.
You get to see them. Yeah, we got it. You get to see them. In fact, there was the entire back line of Abela Babes. They were playing for the Super Eagles at that point in time. You know, I think in the 80s and all that. So those are the reasons. So many reasons could be attributed to our failure to catch up with Europe. And up till now, it's really becoming very difficult, because even when you show Nigerian league matches on TV, and you even throw the gates open, you could only go to a few states of the federation to watch where you get to see fans come out in their numbers. You go to Ibadan, you see people come out to watch Shooting Stars, Enugu Rangers, Kanope, because these are traditional teams. You know, here in Abeokuta, if you throw the gates open, people will not come in to watch Gateway, you know, FC, and they prefer to watch maybe West Brom and Stoke City, or I mean, one small
at viewing centers that they would even pay for.
They would pay for, you know, and so. But if you now tell them to come pay to watch Gateway United FC, they won't want to come and pay. You know,
but
so
will they get the same entertainment?
And I think it's all about. Yeah, I agree with you. It's all about values. You know, if you there was a year that Gateway brought back Rashidi Yekini to the league, and because of Yekini alone, we had a lot of people who were coming in to watch, to see Yekini alone. You know, we had a lot of people who come to the MPO Stadium, almost filled to the brim and all that. So we have a long way to go. But I have always suggested that, just like the federal government recapitalized the banks, federal government should also recapitalize football.
So you're going back to federal government.
Help the NFL.
The local, the private owners cannot do it.
No, that's what I'm saying. You see, the federal government could loan the NFL some money, some billions of naira, and tell them to pay back in installment, you know, in years to come. And so when you have enough money in the league, the tendency for you to begin to attract the best legs back to your league will be there. And then when there's prize money, for instance, if you say the winner of the league in Nigeria will collect 1 billion naira. Do you know what that means?
I understand.
You know, so, I mean, certainly a state like Ogun State can say, okay, I can invest like 300, 400 million naira in Gateway United FC because I'm going to win the league. I'm going to win 1 billion naira. You know, and there are other platforms too that you could actually use to actually make more money for the club side.
And then sponsors too,
merchandising and all of that. Football is a big business.
It is.
It's a big industry, and we're yet to actually, harness the opportunities that we have. You know, we hope someday we'll really get there. The calls are not coming in, and we'll have to probably take a break here and move on to the next segment of the program. We apologize. We're not going to give you Nigerian speak this morning. Nigerians are not speaking this morning. So we'll be coming back shortly with Emmanuel Dasalu on Sports Chat. Stay with us.